right, guys, what's up? I'm off camera because these guys are taking up all the space.
What are you calling us, fat man?
Yeah.
Well, pretty
Yeah,
much,
I know.
I shouldn't be saying that because, it's pretty straightforward.
These thin young gentlemen are, occupying my space.
Where, gentlemen? I've never.
Thin,
Yeah.
young.
All right, guys, we're here with Chris and Chris. You've seen them on the channel. You've seen them on TikTok. You've seen them on Instagram. I've known them for a while. They've actually done some work at my house. And the one thing, like I've always said, is they're very good at what they do. And when they came over and you guys put the windows in, they put the trim on. And guys, when you put the trim on, it was good. And I'm amazed the coping abilities and all that. I don't even know what it is. I'm going to actually let you guys jump into it. Because when I cope, this is what I'm used to right there. And then you guys were kind of showing me these ways. So I'm going to let you guys jump into it and tell me a little bit about it. We'll get into this in a second. But what is coping? What do you do with coping? What's the point of coping?
Inside corners, whether it be crown molding, whether it be base shoe, cabinet molding, so you can form a nice interior corner and not see a seam or even have a seam open because one board is completely behind it and the other board is sliding in.
Okay, so it's basically to put two pieces of wood together so they look good.
Yep.
And when you cope, you kind of cope in the back of it to
Correct.
fit into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So-
go ahead.
So this is just your traditional coping saw. I mean, if you want to do a little plug for Sandvik, this is a Sandvik with some
Why
hockey
not, dude?
tape.
Let's do it. Never even heard of it. I like the hockey tape on it, though.
Just makes it a little bit wider. Once the young men get coping for a while, you'll start to get carpal tunnel, so that kind of helps that.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so coping saw.
Now, it takes me a while. I'm not really good at trim. Definitely not good at crown or anything like that. But I've always used that style when I've done it. And I noticed when you guys were at my house, you guys were using that. But then today, you tried something new. I have never seen, never heard of before. What do we got here?
This is an angle grinder. This is for grinding metal, steel, what you would normally use an angle grinder for, except with the internet, the best thing is I've seen a lot of new ideas. One of the newest ideas I saw was to use a flap disc that's normally for grinding, polishing metal, to take off all that wood on that side, just like a coping saw. Now, where this comes into play is when you have to cope crown. Crown has a much bigger profile, and you can't, use your miter saw to take off most of it because of all the decorative profile.
Gotcha.
You have to constantly move the coping saw in and out. This thing, as you saw in some of the videos, just ate away material like that. And you still had a lot of control to move into the tight areas and move the saw. I've seen tons of videos of guys that use a jigsaw with a coping, I don't know if you call it attachment or
Base
guide, base plate. They're fantastic at it. They've been doing it a while, but I was never really good at it. I always thought that using a saw with a reciprocating action, it just would rip some of the wood out of my hand. And you saw in the videos, there was a ton of vibration.
Yeah,
You came over and helped me, and that's exactly what I expected when using that is, and hey, I haven't done it a ton. I've seen guys do it like they're pros at it, so I don't knock them for using this method. But after playing with both of these, I would use this all the time because it just destroyed the wood.
Well, it was interesting watching you do it because, I felt like struggling in a way with this because it's like you're trying to hold it down, you're trying to do, get everything going. I felt like this. And again, like you said, guys who do it all the time, it's probably fine.
Oh, yeah.
But you picked this up. This was only your second time doing it.
Yeah.
And you ripped through it. It looked good, and it fit when we showed it. Hopefully, Zach, you got it. It fit perfect down there. And it was nice. And it was interesting how quick it was, too.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Chris?
I was actually really surprised. I knew it was going to take down the wood just because of the right angle and having some kind of abrasive blade on there.
Yeah.
But I was impressed by the amount of control that Chris actually had with the spinning disc on there,
right,
up against the trim. Now, I'm a traditionalist. I prefer a coping saw.
Yeah.
But I see this being awesome for any of your hardwood crowns.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Because this is not easy to power through and do this all day long on hardwood.
Do a lot of people, you guys find a lot of people more using pine now than the hardwood, or it depends the type of job you're on, they'll want like the hardwood?
It depends. I would say majority is probably poplar.
Poplar, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
When it comes to crown, yeah.
And I don't know who's bringing up, but you guys, a good idea. So this thing is a little bit heavy. If a company actually made something that was maybe in a 12 volt smaller that was strictly just for coping with that, that's a killer idea. Think about how, think about the control you had I was watching the control you had was awesome, but I'm sure after doing it for a long time, that's gonna wear on you. You know what I mean?
I mean, this
Yeah.
this is hands down way lighter than that.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people go with these, what do you call them, D-handle?
No, barrel handle.
Barrel handle, that's the name of it I was looking for. Skill saw, or not skill saw, skill's the name of the company. Jigsaw, and it's nice and maneuverable because it's small. That would be awesome. An M12 or a smaller platform with a smaller battery, because you're really just going through wood. You're not going through metal, and you're not doing it all day long. So a smaller battery would be fine.
Yeah. I think if Milwaukee had a smaller version of this, or a company like
Yeah.
Milwaukee,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we're the only ones that would benefit from its use. I could see it translating to a lot of different trades and.
Yeah.
I think even
jobs.
automotive, if you're in an engine, you gotta
yeah.
grind something down or something. I think it'd be huge. And I think I'm guessing, I don't know, they probably don't have one out now just because of the high demand of that tool for a 12 volt. Maybe, but I would think there's got to be some way to do it with a brushless motor and the battery technology nowadays. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
and I think there's a lot of other uses besides what we just showed you with the coping for the right angle grinder and for that kind of bit.
Yeah.
When you put in prefab countertops,
Oh yeah.
traditionally
Didn't even-
we've always sanded off the backside
Yeah.
to get that backsplash and countertop to fit perfectly to the kitchen walls or bathroom walls or whatever it's going to
Never
be.
even thought about that.
Or this, I mean, that could take the material off pretty quick.
I like it. All right, there you go. You guys heard it from these guys. Anything else?
No, I was surprised at how much control, just like Chris said. I was expecting, because angle grinders, you usually think they're violent. You're wearing safety glasses because the disc spins so fast. But that was just like, wow.
Awesome. All right, guys, there you go. A new way to cope. I think it's very cool. I'm actually leaving the state, so I'm gonna see if I can take off my ankle bracelet with this, and we'll go from there, man. Have a good one.
Wait, I just woke up. What happened?
Yeah.
Remember, for more exciting tool action, go to toolsinaction.com.